What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I thought it was fitting today if we talked about some sublimation for Christmas ornaments because, of course, we're getting back into that time. Christmas ornaments for me have just started selling as of last week, so I didn't even list anything new online. It was just from last year listings that I still had up. People started buying them, so I figured right now is a great time to show you guys how to do this. If you're wondering, so you can hop on it right now. It's still not too late. We're almost a couple weeks into November, but last year I had people buying Christmas ornaments up until like December 20th, so we still have over a month. And real weird, but last year I had people buying ornaments after Christmas, like a little bit into January. So yeah, so it's not too late. If you haven't already, definitely list some ornaments up. And today I'm just going to show you how to quickly and easily make them. We're just doing I do 3.5 inch ornaments, like the little aluminum discs. Let me show you these guys right here. So it's just a aluminum disc. You can get them that come with a little red ribbon. I get ones that don't come with it. They're a little bit cheaper. And what I do is I just buy, it's like $1 and change, but at Michael's or any craft store, you can get just big rolls of red ribbon. So I just cut them, thread them in, ship them like that. So yeah, let's hop over to the computer and I'm gonna show you guys how to sublimate Christmas ornaments. Let's go. All right. Sorry about this setup, recording the screen, but I don't have the screen record thing set up right now on the computer and I didn't want to delay the video. So this is what we got. So on Photoshop, I go in and I just made this quick little thing. These circles are a little bit bigger than 3.5 inches. I think I do them like 3.65. You just want them a little bit bigger because I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little black outline right here from the circle that I drew. And obviously that will get on the ornament if you go to press that on, because it prints that black line. So I did these a little bit bigger just so the ornament will fit perfectly in there with no issues. And then what I do is I come in and find my design, and then we're going to move it behind that because we obviously want it to be the right size. So doing a little Cam Newton one here since he just signed back home. And I didn't want to show ones that I'm actually selling, so here we go. So you're going to want to line it up just so it's the right size within there. If you're doing multiple, obviously this has a little overhang right there. You can come in and just get rid of that just so it doesn't mess with the other ones. In this case, since the jersey was white too, it got rid of that. That's not a big deal because it's going on a white ornament, so it'll still be white, but that's also not necessary right now, so I'm just going to leave that. If you're doing multiple, you could just copy paste that, put it as many times as you need. I actually kind of like it like that, and then we cut out that black dot up top. Then you get the Nike on the pants there. So anyway, do as you want, do as many as you want. This one I'm printing on an 8.5 by 11 size paper, so it'll only fit 4 of them. I also have one of these set up for an 11 by 17 sheet, and I believe it fits 9 of them. So that's what I usually do if I'm doing a bunch at a time. I'll do 9 on a sheet, and then I'll show you what we do next. So you're gonna print these. Let's go to print. I have the Epson WF-7720 converted for sublimation, and I've been running that for over a year with no issues. So I definitely recommend converting a printer versus buying like a Sawgrass or one of the super expensive sublimation printers. Oh, I'm glad I just remembered that. One thing you have to do, this is sublimation, so we are going to reverse our image, but I also just noticed this overlaps. It's hard to tell because it's mostly white, but what I'll usually do, instead of erasing the background like that, if you just take the eraser right here and just go inside that circle, get rid of that. And then looking at that, I noticed this one also overlaps a little bit right there. So we're gonna find this one. Is that the right one? Yep. So we're gonna go here, do the same thing. All right, so just get rid of that so it doesn't overlap. And I'm using Photoshop, so to flip it, we're gonna go to image, image rotation, flip canvas horizontal. That'll flip the whole thing around. Now we got our image backwards as we need. So let's print that. We're going to my Epson WF-7720. And then on Mac, it pops up again and just confirm. So yeah, we're doing letter 8.5. I do it on best quality. I think it lays down a little bit more ink. It usually looks better for me. So let's go ahead and print that. This is our print. If you know about sublimation, then you know that this does not look as vibrant as it will once it's pressed. So this paper kind of holds it in. And then once you press it, between like 375, 400 degrees, it releases that ink onto the substrate, which in this case is the ornament, and then it'll look more vibrant. You'll see that in a second. But what I'm gonna do, I just make sure there's nothing on the ornament because it can pick up stuff pretty easy. You're gonna wanna line this up. And then I got heat tape. I'm gonna take this. I tape down each ornament twice to hold it in place. So you'll see now it's on there good with the 2 pieces of tape, and then that black circle is all the way around, so it won't press onto the ornament itself. It'll just get the design on there. And then I'm only doing 1 ornament right now, so I'm just gonna cut around it. I don't need the excess. For the purpose of the video, we're just gonna do the 1, but usually I would leave this whole sheet together. I would tape an ornament onto each of those, and then I would just flip it and press it like that. So let's turn around, let's get over to the heat press. All right, so we're over at the heat press here. I'm gonna take a sheet of parchment. I'm gonna put it on the bottom, otherwise that black outline and the excess on the design will transfer over onto the bottom of my heat press. So just to protect it, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna leave it like that. We're gonna make sure our pressure is pretty tight. That definitely could have been tighter. I would recommend go a little bit tighter, but it should be fine. And then if you look, we're at 374 degrees right now, and I put it on for 58 seconds. Obviously 58 seconds and 374 is a weird temperature. I just set it around 375, so it's actually set for 375, but it was only at 374. And then I do between 50 and 60 seconds. I've had perfect results either way. We'll just go the 58 to be safe. That's gonna be real hot. Obviously let that cool for a bit. All right, now that we got it cool to the touch, you can go ahead and peel that off. Let's remove that tape. Man, it's kind of dark, but look at that. So as you can see, the colors are a lot more vibrant than they were on the paper. The paper looks super dull, but then once you actually press it on, it looks really good. So that's the actual colors. And then the next step, like I said, I just have this roll. This is from Michael's. You can get it from any craft store, I'm sure. But I just line it up right here. This thing has a ruler on it, my cutting mat. I cut these anywhere between 11 and 12 inches. So obviously I'm not like super precise with it, but I'll just lay it around 12 inches. I'll snip it. I already got one cut, but just do that. And then when I ship them, I do not tie them, just because I don't know how people want to hang them on their trees, or if they want them a certain length or whatever. So I'll thread it through, but then I'll just leave it like that. And then I got these guys right here, these padded mailers. They're perfect for it. I get these ones, I think they're, I want to say 6 by 10. And the reason I do that is because usually it's an Etsy order and this paper fits in there perfect. So I'll just slide it in, slide the ornament in there as well. And then sometimes, actually pretty much every time, instead of just putting it right in there, just feels a little bit weird, I'll throw it in. I use these bags for masks, but I'll throw it in something like this and then seal that up and then put it in there like that. That way it's just, I mean, a little bit better presentation. It's not just in there, not that anything would scratch it, but you know, it just, you know, shows that you care a little bit more, I guess. So I'll throw that in there, and that's that. That's all you do. All right, this audio might be bad. I had to switch to my phone real quick because as I was recording the outro, my camera died. But, so this is the ornament we just were able to make. Came out really good. Shout out to Cam Newton for going back to the Panthers. Hopefully we finish strong. But yeah, so it's a pretty simple process. I'm going to link below everything that I use in this video. So where I got the blanks, where I got the thread ribbon, the mailers, the sublimation tape, literally everything that I used will be in the description below. So you can see exactly what products I use to do it, so you can replicate that, as well as my printer. So I mentioned, I think earlier in the video, it is a converted printer. So I'm using a WF-7720 Epson printer. I did convert it to Sublimation. It was just a standard inkjet printer before, and I've been running that for about a year. I have no issues with it. It works really well. It prints really well. The colors are accurate. So it's a great printer for it. So I do recommend converting over a printer, just getting a normal inkjet printer. And of course, only some work. So do your research. Not every single printer you can convert, but find one that does work. I specifically got the 7720 because it does larger prints. I can do up to, I believe, 13 by 19 on there. And I used to do some sublimation shirts. I don't anymore since I got into DTG and all that. But I wanted to do 11 by 17 prints for shirts and stuff like that. So that's why I got it, but make the right decision for you. If you're doing small stuff like this, you can get away with one that just does 8.5 by 11. But everyone's doing different stuff. So do your research, figure out what works best for you. But I do recommend converting rather than buying a Sawgrass or one of the super expensive sublimation printers, because not only is the ink super expensive, but the printer itself is super expensive. Whereas with one of these, you can get super inexpensive ink. I'll even link the ink that I'm using down below. I believe right now I'm using Printer Jack. I could be wrong. I know I've used them in the past, but I'll check my order history, see what I'm using right now, link that below, because it all works really well. So you can do the same thing I'm doing if you want to. But yeah, here it is. Thank you guys for watching. I'm trying to put out a video every single week. It's gonna be a little bit tough right now with holidays, but I'm gonna do my best to make it happen. I'm getting a call with that. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to make that happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I will see you on the next one. Peace.